Hello ladies and gentlemen, so today we're going to try out another dopping solution. So here we're going to go with this. It's a double-sided tape, Tarzan's Grip brand. I was at the hardware store and I looked at every single tape they had, and I didn't believe or take this on face value, the 50% stronger, but all of them did have a bit of a rating on them, and I calculated it out. This was by far the strongest tape that I had the possibility of buying. So we're gonna crack it open, see how it goes. Of course, as per usual, I'll be using a wooden dop and a metal dop. This wooden dop is just two sets of chopsticks super glued together and then flatten the surface with some sandpaper. And metal dop, I've actually used one of these plugs. They're quite nice. They're not long, but they do give a really nice grip, and for a really large stone, it's just perfect. So that's what we're going to try to do. I'll crack this one open and we'll see how we go. Now, I'll be honest, I don't have huge hopes for this one, but I just tried to unbox this, and this roll of tape was basically welded onto this backing plastic here and welded in here. You can see the damage I had to do to the packaging just to get it out. So it was well stuck. And here you can see I've put a small square on the top. I've put a small square on the top of this one as well, and we'll just peel the thing off. The dream is that I just slap this up against the opal, it welds on beautifully, and we have a worthwhile dop. The roll itself was about 10 Australian dollars, so not that expensive. I mean, in terms of tape, I guess that's fairly expensive. Alright, so we'll get the opal, we'll just slam it straight on. Slightly big for the stone, I should have probably trimmed it up a little bit more, but I am going to take it off straight away. Alright, there's one done. Second one, definitely should have trimmed it down. Wow, alright, it's actually fairly tough. It's got this little fiber reinforcement within it, so it doesn't really matter. We're just doing this for trial purposes. Note to self though, in the future, if I'm going to use this, gotta trim it before chucking it on. We'll give it a good squish, a good hard push. And, well, the dream is that it just adheres straight away, so we'll give it a bit of a... Alright, you can see here, if I zoom in, it does have a bit of give. It's holding on pretty well. That's quite a lot of force. This would definitely be enough for carving. For cabbing, I don't think it's quite there. But for carving, this probably does work. Oh, with the bigger contact area. Oh, you could chuck this against a cabbing machine easy. Yeah, nah, that'll easily put up with a lot of abuse, and that's an instant. Okay, well, that one's going to be a bit concerning to actually get off now. I'm not taking it easy on that at all. Wow. Alright. So that surface area, it's less than an inch, probably 1.5 centimeters, 3/4 of an inch. With that kind of contact, and even if I used a flathead nail that doesn't have this groove in the middle, with that full contact, that is well and truly strong enough to go up against a cabbing machine pushing quite hard. And look at that. Even if it does come off, you can put it back on and it's... Alright, it's re-welded itself. Now the wood, it doesn't stick as well to the wood, actually. So the bamboo is not sticking anywhere near as well, but at the same time the contact area is much smaller. But no, that definitely just isn't sticking as well to wood. So it might be that metal dops are the way to go if you're going to use this kind of thing. Because with wood, even if I glue it up against here where it's got the full contact, Just give it a real good crushing for a couple seconds. Now peel it off. Yeah, it definitely just doesn't stick as well to wood as what it does to metal. So maybe metal is the way to go, or plastic dop sticks might also work. Now in terms of getting it off the opal itself, it does bond pretty well to a semi-smooth boulder opal backing. So the ironstone, it's getting a good grip on that. Well, that's amazing. That actually means that I might think about using some of this double-sided tape. People have said it to me in the past, and I've always just thought that it's going to be way too weak. But this Tarzan's grip one is actually quite incredibly strong. So much stronger than I thought. So if anyone else that actually does use double-sided tape can let me know if they use a different brand, if they've found a stronger one. Because even if I have to get it online, if it's stronger than this, it's well and truly worth trying out as a dopping solution. It is incredibly easy to use, low mess. This is all I've got. Chuck those in the bin. They're not reusable, so you're not going to get the same amount of use out of it as wax. But at $10 for a whole roll of it, that's going to last quite some time. Maybe as much as $10 worth of wax. Yeah, maybe don't use the bamboo. The wood didn't seem to stick so well. The metal bonded incredibly well. And it's definitely worth giving a crack if you can't get anything else. This was literally just from the hardware store. I could easily pick up more of this any day of the week, which is much easier than dopping wax. Super glue, this seemed to be a lot quicker. It's a lot easier to get off at the end as well. It's enough of a bond, but not too much. And compared to epoxy, I have to wait for a couple of hours to really be comfortable with it not failing on me. And those couple of hours turns into a couple seconds. So you'll probably see this in future videos. I reckon I will maybe not use it all the time, but if it's a big stone and I can chuck it up on a big dopping surface, this would probably do just as well as the super glue, but it's easier to deal with, so incredible. I've surprised myself with this one. Definitely check it out, give it a try yourself. Let me know if there's a better double-sided tape out there. And yeah, that's it for this video. I don't know if you guys are as surprised as I am, but it works. Double-sided tape, not a complete joke. So give it a try, and I will probably use this in the next stone that I carve.